Well, hello, everybody, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen,
Hey!
friends, neighbors, and even our enemies. We are tickled to see you tonight. And I tell you, it has been a whirlwind as we have been getting ready to
Yeah.
join for the kickoff of season 2
Woo!
of Southern Gospel Forward.
Yes.
Yay!
Yeah.
Cue the
Um,
fireworks again.
Yes.
Absolutely. Fireworks and confetti. I see Facebook comments that blesses my heart because an hour and 15 minutes ago we had no Facebook connection. So hello Facebook. I see a YouTube comment an hour and 15 minutes ago that was sketchy too. Hey y'all, thank you so much for being with us. It has been a blessing to have a few weeks to kind of where we relaxed a little, but we still did a lot. Had a lot of
Mm-hmm.
content posted out
I
there.
think I worked more during that break.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. But you know what? That's okay. That is okay. We, I have found that Southern Gospel Forward consumes about 75% of my brain, which is I need more of it for work, but that's okay. That's okay. Y'all, please like and share our Facebook Live if you're watching on Facebook. Sharing is caring no matter what you're wearing. Please share our post and like that thing and just get it on our timelines. We lost our original event, had to create a new one. So the more y'all share, the better this thing will be. YouTubers, please like and subscribe. We need those subscriptions going up. How about we do some commercials real quick? Because we've got three fantabulous guests waiting, bouncing up and down. I see them waiting to get into the room. So let's do our commercials tonight. We have some sponsors that's helped us out. Y'all, I tell you, I don't know any better friends to the show than the Heaven Bound Trio.
Yeah.
They have sponsored us from the early on, very beginning. And don't matter who we have on, they just love Southern Gospel Forward and Southern Gospel music and artists and fans. And we thank them so much. They're going to be at NQC, one of the showcase artists, in one of the morning sessions, as they have been in years past. Fantastic people, fantastic messengers of the gospel. Please go to www.heavenboundtrio.com. Show them some love. You can see their schedule. You can buy the product, and if you're in QC, look them up. It'll be a blessing for you to meet them. Thank y'all so much. We love y'all. Aaron, how about you knocking this one out?
Absolutely. So we're just a couple days away from this, but what a great kickoff going into the NQC. We're starting our trip down there off right actually in my hometown. So I'm only about 10 minutes from this church. It's Tree of Life Ministries in Lynchburg, Virginia. But Thursday night, September 19th, we're going to be with Ernie Haas's Signature Sound. And it's going to be a blast. The tickets are on sale now, and they are only selling the tickets online. They're not going to do them at the door.
Okay.
But it's $25 for these two groups. I'll put the link to be easily clickable in the comments on Facebook. But doors open at 6 o'clock, and it is ticketed, but it is first come, first seated. So you do have to get there kind of early to get a good seat. But it's going to be a blast. We always have a great time with those guys. And can't think of a better way to kick off the pre-NQC weekend.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that. Hey, we have a new sponsor alert. New sponsor alert.
Woo!
Hey, we are tickled to be in partnership with Logan Taylor Photography. Logan Taylor has become a friend of the show, and he is actually a partner in the point that he is going to be our photographer in just a few days. He's going to do he's going to do his best to make us look good, which some of us, that's going to be a little larger challenge than it's going to be with other of us. But
Mugshots.
Mugshots. But y'all, he does a fantastic job. If you're a group or individual and you would like to have, and especially NQC folks, if you're going to NQC, if you will look him up, Logan Taylor Photography. I know he's on Facebook. We got to get some links in there on our ads. I'll do that for sure for the next one because he's going to be sponsoring for a while. But look him up. You might even be able to set up a session with him at NQC. But he is fantastic work, and we look forward to partnering with him, and we appreciate him very much. Logan Taylor Photography. And speaking of NQC, y'all, it is only, 6 days away.
It's the only thing I can think of.
Days away. September 22nd through 28th at the LeConte Center in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. NQC, it's the granddaddy of them all. It's the place to be to catch all your favorites in Southern gospel music. Fantastic special events through every day. And if you've never been, this is the time to go. There's still time to get your tickets. In fact, I'll say this. We're not going to do like giveaways. I've got just a very, very, very few handful left of some vouchers for the Sunday night tickets. Gives you 2 tickets to Sunday night. These vouchers must be redeemed by September the 18th. So if I'm doing my math correctly, you've got tonight
and tomorrow. And
then they're no good. But if you would like one of these, leave me a comment or message me directly just so I see it, and I'll try to get you fixed up if you want to get your tickets in a couple of days. We're going to be at booth 604 in the Greenbrier Ballroom, booth 604. We've got a lot of stuff going on. Please come by and see us. We're going to have a limited supply of T-shirts for sale and some giveaways. Not raffling, but just like freebies, just things you can come by and pick up from the table. We'll be there a lot. You'll get to see us. We want to see you. Please come by and see us. Speaking of events, we've got a couple of things specially planned for our Southern Gospel Forward family, including kickoff NQC week with Southern Gospel Forward at Andy's Frozen Custard.
Wow.
I know everybody won't quite be there. Probably some are going different times of the week, but there's so much going on, y'all, through the whole week of NQC. So many things that we just really don't want to miss at the LeConte Center. Monday, there's no scheduled events during the afternoon. So that just seems to be the time that we could get an off-site event up. So 3 p.m. at Andy's Frozen Custard, Sevierville location. We'll be able to hang out for 45 minutes to an hour to give us time to get back to the LeConte Center by about 4:30 to get ready for an awesome night of music. And on Wednesday, September 25th at 4:30 p.m., we're going to have a celebration. We're going to celebrate our first year with Southern Gospel Forward. All artists and all of our fans, all of our members of Southern Gospel Forward, youngsters, please come by, booth 604. And youngsters, what is that, 35 or below, something like that, ain't what we say? I'm going to be there even though I'm not a youngster. But booth 604, Greenbrier Ballroom, 4:30 p.m., September 25th, Wednesday. Going to have a cake that we're going to share with you, first come, first serve. And we're just going to have a good time. We want to celebrate with you and have a time of thankfulness for what God has done in year one. So y'all plan on that. And one more special event, y'all. If you have not got your afternoon tickets on Tuesday afternoon for the Southern Gospel Music Association Hall of Fame and Museum induction, the class of 2024, Kelly Nealon Clark, Mike Holcomb, Herb Henry, and Jeff Stice will be inducted into the Southern Gospel Music Hall of Fame. This is not the typical ceremonial event that it has been. There is actually going to be full set concerts by several artists. I know the Inspirations are going to be there. I think there's going to be a Nealon reunion if I'm thinking right on that.
Yeah.
Some people from that, I saw that build, and I'm supposed to know since I'm on the board, but I should have studied that a little bit before I come up. But
I think
an
it's
awesome
a tribute and a reunion.
Say that again.
I think it's a tribute and a reunion.
Nealon's tribute and reunion. There you go. So if you haven't got your tickets to this, you need to. This will be a special time, great music, but also in between sets of the singing, there will be the induction. And this is going to be a special, sweet, bittersweet, but sweet event this year with everything that's happened over the last month and a half, couple of months. So y'all get your tickets for that. We'd love to have you come. And that's all of our commercials. And here we are ready. Yeah, I did most. Aaron's only. I should have shared with y'all on some of that, but hey, I am ready.
Background.
Yeah,
thank you
good.
so much. I'm already here at the LeConte Center. There's so many people already.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. You got your seat right in the front. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, in the spitting section. All right, y'all. I tell you what. Let's take off. I am so tickled. How do we start off season 2? Lots of different directions that we could have went, but you know. Everybody loves Southern Gospel's awesome premier MC and concert promoter, Duane Garren. And I'm going to tell you, he's been a friend to Southern Gospel Forward and an encourager to us as well. And if you've met Duane, you've probably also met 3 awesome young people that share his same name because they happen to be his children, Andy, Allie, and Macy. Will you please welcome them to our show tonight? The Garrens.
Yeah.
Woo!
Whoop, whoop.
All right, we made y'all wait a little bit. I'm sorry about that. Just had to do a little business, but we are thankful for y'all giving us your evening tonight.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we do this. We're going to jump in and we're going to ask you all the hard-hitting questions and have a blast with you. But, you know, there may be some folks that are watching that's never met y'all personally or don't know a whole lot about you. So if you were meeting a stranger and just going to give just a little brief explanation of who you are and what you're about, why don't you share that with our watchers right quick?
Okay. Well, me and Andy are 18 years old. We're twins. Andy's older by 2 minutes. That's very important to him. And then 14 months younger. She's 16. She'll be 18. 17. She is 16. She'll be 17 in November. And we sing with a group called Farmer 1100. It's the three of us and our friend Mally, and we play live music that leans more bluegrass, but it's bluegrass gospel style.
Yeah. That is fantastic. Yeah. And I learned a little bit in looking in y'all's background. I'm gonna have to hear some of this. I've never heard you guys. So yeah, that's awesome. Well, we thank y'all for spending your evening with us. And here is the part where the old guy, which is me, is going to get out of the way and let our young host and get in their questions and start us off. And I say, let's see, our screen position, we've got Riley and then Evan and Avery and Aaron. We're going to make Aaron go last again. Is that okay, Aaron?
That's fine.
Wow.
All right, let's do that. Riley, Evan, Avery, and Aaron is our order for tonight. Riley, kick us off, young friend.
So, obviously, over your life, you've gone to many concerts. What is your first concert memory?
Concert memory. I can't remember the first time, like remember being at a concert, but Mom told me recently, she's like, the first concert that I ever went to was a Tim Lovelace event in Mountain Grove, Missouri, at the high school basketball court. So I guess that's the first time, but
Sweet.
Yeah, that was the first time. My first memory would definitely be Silver Dollar City, because that is a 12-day event, and we've done that every single year it's happened. This year was the 19th season. We were supposed to be born in October. We were born the second day the event happened, so we've actually been there every year for our birthday. So that's the first concert I remember.
Okay, the first concert that I remember, and it's for such an odd reason, we were in Iowa for a concert, and I remember Jim and Melissa Brady were there, and they had this song at a time that we always asked them to sing, and it was just some silly song. I don't even know if it has a name, but I remember that concert had to drive hours upon hours upon hours of cornfields to get there. And I was like, oh my gosh, is a Chick-fil-A gonna come? Are we gonna see a McDonald's? Is there anything of corn out here? Like, I guess that's probably my first concert memory, just because it was a lot of corn.
That's a good memory.
My second?
Yeah.
All right. I'm not good. You know what? It's season 2, episode 1. We're going to start it off. My first question of the season. Y'all are obviously on the road a whole lot, especially in the cornfields of Iowa. So what is your favorite road trip snack?
Okay, I'm gonna go first. Brought it with me. This
Whoa!
It's big dill pickle sunflower seeds. New one since like June, but if you like pickles, these are the best road trip snack for sure.
Same go-to everywhere. Dr. Pepper, preferably out of a fountain in a styrofoam cup. It makes a difference. And hot fudge tarts. That's what I like.
What was that snack again?
Hot fudge Pop-Tarts.
Okay, there you go. All right.
I'd have to say my favorite snack are these Blaze hot chips from Buc-ee's. They're like red. They're kind of like hot Cheetos almost, but they're like corn chips. So.
Okay.
Ooh.
I don't know that our Buc-ee's has those.
No. Can we have the one up in Sevierville?
Yeah.
I for sure will.
Okay. So kind of along with Riley's question, this is the first one that came into my mind when I was thinking about interviewing you guys, is like, I've seen you in multiple places all across the Southeast. He asked about your first concert memory. What is y'all's favorite venue that you go to every year? I would say I have put this preface out there because everybody picks it as NQC, excluding NQC.
Silver Dollar City.
I'd say the same thing with that because it's a whole theme park, but for 2 weeks you just get to hear Southern gospel music, which love that kind of music. So whenever you go everywhere, you can just hear everybody that you see, friends, family, stuff like that. So.
Okay, kind of a vague answer, but I'm gonna say anywhere that we go with the hymn sing tour. I just really like all those groups. I love hearing them sing on that tour. So any of the venues that we do with them, probably.
I've only ever gotten to do one hymn sing, and it was amazing. So I've been fantastic.
Well, so seeing the name of y'all's group, it's Farm Road 1100, and I have a feeling I know where the name came from, but tell us a bit about where that came from, how that came about, and how long have y'all been singing as Farm Road 1100?
So singing as a general, as Farm Road 1100 has been about 4 years, somewhere between the end of 2019 and the beginning of 2020 is when we started. Me and Macy and our friends sang before that, but when Sandy started learning the bass, we adopted him. Picking the name, we decided we're going to need a name if we're going to start singing, and so what we felt was fitting on our church, the road our church is on, is called Farm Road 1100. We're like, that sounds kind of cool, and we all go to the same church. It would make a lot of sense, so we're like, Farm Road 1100, that works.
Nice.
I like that. That's really cool. I didn't know there's such thing as farm road though. Like I've heard of like county road and state route, but like never farm road. That's pretty cool.
Come to Southwest Missouri. They're pretty,
they're everywhere.
So somebody a couple weeks ago, we had made that up. They were like, farm roads aren't a thing. That's not a name of a road. You made that up to sound country. And I was like, no, sir, I'll take a picture and send it to you when I get home.
That's great.
Like,
that is great. We made it through one round of questions, and here's a trivia question for my other host. What did I forget?
What did you
Individual
forget?
sponsors?
Individual sponsors, as I have done in the past.
Yeah. Thank you, Riley.
If you will look across the
My
bottom
pleasure.
of your screen, we are so thankful for individual sponsors. Actually, there are 3 individual sponsors that did not want their name to be even out there. They wanted to support Southern Gospel Forward because they love us and love y'all and just want to help. So we thank that. We thank them for that. But the ones who are listed, the Gospel Messenger, Daniel Garrett, Kyle Goodson, Elaine Harcourt, Daniel Hayes, and Andrew Potts. So thank y'all so much for sponsoring us tonight as individuals. And I apologize, but hey, that just gave them their own spot outside from the regular commercials. So thank you very much. And we can go ahead at this point and look into the peanut gallery and see what kind of comments or questions we may have coming in from our guests watching us. So producer Jason, kick it off there. Let's see what we got. Gospel Messenger, one of our sponsors. Well, we already got 6 states, and that was 4 minutes in. I bet we got more now, but thank y'all for all the states that are represented. Zach Stanley, one of our faithful regulars, he's in the house. Thank you for watching us. Brianna, she's another faithful regular. She says, can't wait to see us next week. Looking forward to seeing you. Daniel Garrett, one of our faithful sponsors and watchers. Logan Taylor, look at there. I hope you've got a good, strong camera, buddy, because you're going to need it here in a few days, because
Aaron might break it.
This is a face that only a mother could love. So, here it is. So, all right, Elaine Harcourt, thank you so much for sponsoring us, and thank you for watching from Warner Robins, Georgia. Mark Loden, hey, how are you doing, sir? Good to see you. Hannah Bradford,
Hey.
part of our team.
You next
We
week
thank
as
her
well.
for watching. Yeah, Becky Masters, hey, thank you so much for watching. Miss Lisa Nelson says howdy from Arkansas. Ryan Park, he's watching from Northeast Ohio, as faithful as always, and we thank him. Thank y'all for jumping on these new links. Hey, Tiffany Roby, looking forward to seeing you shortly in a few days. Caden Howell, he says he's at the gym tonight. He can't watch for long. He's getting his NQC fitness on. That's also where the ATM is. Anyway, he's joking. Can't wait to see you too, buddy. We love you. Thank you for watching, Katie. Nicholas Wilkie says howdy. He's glad we're back. I'm glad
Finally
we're
get to
back
meet
too.
him in person next week. I'm so excited.
Stand in line for a picture. Miss Harrison, thank you so much for watching from Winter Haven, Florida. Braves fan. I still want to pop a clue here, but I won't. He's here.
I know it.
You know it. Miss Annette McKee Brown, her and Hannah's watching as always and looking forward to this season. We love you too. Thank you so much for your support and watching us. Mary Beth Gosa Parker from Savannah, Georgia. One of these days, I want to get Savannah and go to the Lady and Sons. I want to go check it out one time. Party in house at 6:04. That's right. Wednesday at 4:30. We are going to have a party.
It's going to be a party all week.
Cake. Yep. Memphis
Calories.
Ray checking in. Howdy.
I love
Jack
calories.
Stanley says Andy time is coming.
Amen.
Jack Scott from Birmingham, Alabama, checking in and saying hi.
Just there.
Miss Johnny Parrish, she's one of our faithful watchers. And Elaine says, welcome, Allie, Andy, and Macy. I know your daddy is so proud of you all. I know he is too. Rachel Baines, producer Jason's wife, looking forward to get to knowing y'all. And she watched the Farm Road 1100 video just a little while ago. So that is awesome. Blaine Rayleigh, he's checking in with us. Thank you for watching, sir. Jacob Wilson is in Kentucky. He's watching. John Sanderlin, that's our furthest watcher unless we have some overseas because he is in Alaska. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for checking in as always. We'll get some more up shortly, but that brings us to a good point to go back through another round of questions. So, Sir Riley, what you got in your pocket?
So, since we're going to Andy's on Monday, I thought, and I know y'all like Andy's, what is your Andy's order?
Okay.
You can start with Andy because he has a cool.
For the longest time, probably 10 years, I got this thing called the raspberry Italian ice, which was shaved ice in a tube. That tasted like raspberry, of course. But last year they discontinued it, so now I'm a vanilla cone guy. So.
No.
I like, well, right now it's the pumpkin pie concrete, but when they don't have that, it's cookie dough concrete jackhammered with the hot caramel.
Oh, that sounds so good. Man,
Okay.
I could go right now.
The Thin Mints are the best Girl Scout cookie, and they also make the Blizzard topping. Not Blizzard, concrete. This is Andy's, not Dairy Queen. This is so the Thin Mint concrete is my favorite. But while we're at NQC, they have s'mores right now, so I think I'm gonna try s'mores.
Now I don't know if I want pumpkin pie or Thin Mints. Oh, I like both of those.
Just get both.
Yeah.
I know what I'm getting already. I don't
Yeah.
need no recommendation.
I've tried one thing and it was amazing. It was like a mint chocolate chip, and I think it may have had some Oreo in it or something. I'm a mint guy, but I don't know. I'll have to try it out. I've only been to Andy's one time, so this would be my second time. So
I lived like 15 minutes from one this summer and only went once.
I went more than you did when I was up there.
He did.
Whenever I'd spend the night with her, I went more than she did.
I was busy.
good deal.
Yep.
Next up to the plate.
Me?
Yeah.
Wow. How about that? Well, of course, y'all have, y'all are like, you live with like the greatest MC of all time. Sorry, Josh and Bill. Sorry, I don't mean it. But your dad is one of the greatest MCs to ever live. And what are some tips for stage presence that he has given you?
Always smile on stage. Whether you're singing or talking, always have a good look on your face. Be smiley because you don't want to get up there and tell everyone you're praising the Lord and have a really solemn look on your face.
That's good.
You gotta be happy and be excited to be there, and the crowd will match your energy.
Keep your hands out of your pocket. He tells us that a lot.
Ooh, okay.
I'd probably say never doubt what he says, because if you do, you will get whacked. I think that's something for me, though.
Good stuff.
So I have a question, but it's kind of geared more for Andy with NQC coming up. I remember like while I was in high school, like I lived vicariously through everybody else's like pictures and videos from NQC. And I remember seeing you, and correct me if I'm wrong, if this is the wrong Andy, but you used to have all the artists sign you with Sharpie, right?
Yes. That's
and
a
so how
yearly
did
occurrence.
that get started? And like, can you just give us a little background on that and kind of some of like the highlights of that?
So years ago, I think it's probably 2013 is whenever I started this, was back at the Memphis Quartet show in June. And I went up to Mark Trammell and I said, "Would you please sign my chest?" And he looked at me and he said, "No, Andy, go away." And so Nick was sitting right next to him. And Nick is like, "Yeah, I'll do it." So Nick signed my chest, and that's how that started. So I went around the venue asking for people to sign my chest, right? And so then I went to church camp for a couple of years, couldn't be there. So whenever we started going to NQC, I'm like, I'm going to start that back up. But obviously, I'm not little anymore. I can't just rip off my shirt. So that's what I do now.
I remember following him around a couple years ago, and he was doing that, and he had Gerald sign his neck or something, and all kinds of crap.
I know people would like sign your forehead.
Mhm.
Of all the things, it's the craziest reason I've seen somebody end up in the singing news.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And here's just I'm a transparent, honest person. Here's the honest truth. Last year, because I hadn't been around you guys. You know, I hadn't had the opportunity to be around you guys. So I see Andy at table, and I see him go to another. I saw two different people sign him, and I wish I could remember which artist I was talking to, because I was standing off, and I'm like, "What is the deal?" And they said, "Oh, it's Duane's son." I was like, "Oh, okay, I understand." But that is awesome. That's I've never seen that in Southern Gospel until I've seen it here, and that's awesome. So, go ahead.
No, trying to think. Arthur Rice. Was it last year or was it 2 years ago? Whenever he got inducted.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yes, 2 years
I'm
ago.
standing with Brady Jones right next to me, and I see Arthur over there. He's signing stuff. And I said, "Hey, I'm gonna go get my autograph signed from him." He's like, "No, you can't ask him that. He just got inducted." I'm like, "Watch me." I go over there, and he's like, "Oh yeah, sure." Signs my arm, and Brady comes back with this like expression on his face. He's like, "Oh my gosh, how did you do that?" And I'm like, "I just went up there and asked." And he thought that was funny for some reason. So,
Yep.
That's fun. How long did it take to wash off or how long does it take to wash off?
oh geez, whenever I was little, it took forever, but I've kind of got a system for it. So it's about 30 to 45 minutes. It's still a long time, but it's not as near as long, as it used to be.
This guy said a process. I love that. That's like, I'm gonna find you and put it somewhere in the long video, and be like, somehow there's a process.
Yeah.
Like, you need to just include the process, okay?
I think that process is Gojo soap and 20 grit sandpaper. But anyway, all right, who's up?
I don't even know how to follow that up.
Yeah.
So you've been singing about 4 years, you said. What is, either individually or as a group, what are your favorite songs to sing? Actually, individually is probably a good way to approach this, because I'm sure you have different choices.
Well, last year we decided to do a song called Higher Ground. Everybody should know that. But we decided to mix it up a little bit, so we started thinking of ways to do it differently from other people. And Allie said, "Why don't we do kind of swing style, I'm pressing on, doom, 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 doom." And I come up with this bass line, this walking bass line that's just like really bouncy and stuff. And I'm like, I really love to play that. That's my favorite song that we did. So
My favorite is When Jesus Passes By, that Karen Peck and New River used to do. I love doing that.
There you go.
Okay. My favorite is one that we just started staging at Silver Dollar City a few weeks ago, but it is Master Builder.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Classic.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite songs.
Did Lisa Nelson get a video of that? I feel like I saw that somewhere.
She
Yes.
did.
And it was
I'll have to
so
look that
good.
up.
I love her so much because I get to see so many things out there that I can't travel and see. So thank you, Lisa, because I know you're probably watching.
Yeah. That is great.
That's
All
awesome.
right. So a couple rounds through, I'm going to jump in with one or two right quick, if that's okay. First of all, so we're talking about, and y'all have had many trips to the Pigeon Forge Sevierville area for NQ and Steeds Dutch. So what is your favorite place to eat lunch or dinner? What's your favorite restaurant in the Smokies?
Aubrey's.
Yeah, Aubrey's.
In Sevierville. It's right. It's just a couple buildings down from Andy's.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gerald Wolf recommended we eat there, and it's the best. And if you go, you have to get their homemade thick cut potato chips.
Okay.
It's very amazing.
So, and Macy, was that unanimous? Everybody was Aubrey's?
Aubrey's is like across the board during the week of NQC is the best place, but like when it's all said and done and you get up Sunday morning, the marriage supper of the lamb is Pancake Pantry in Gatlinburg.
Okay.
The conclusion meal, it is the best thing ever. That place, like my whole heart. I believe that's what we'll be doing in heaven one day is Pancake Pantry.
Well, I know we're getting pancakes now. I've been begging pancakes this week.
My backstory of Pigeon Forge is I went on my senior trip in 1992 with my then girlfriend, who I ended up going back in 1996 and marrying her in Pigeon Forge. And we have been going at least once or twice a year ever since, except for the COVID year and when we had my son, because who wants to go on vacation and have the torture of a newborn baby? So anyway, we've been up there a lot and we've eaten at just about every place you could think of. So we have favorites. So I like to hear that. And you know what? I've never been to Aubrey's, so I may have to check that out. We have some go-tos. Now, talking about that marriage supper of lamb breakfast, I hear a lot about Crockett's Breakfast Camp. That's a place that I want to try out. I hear that it's fantastic. It's in Gatlinburg. But sweet. Hopefully some Southern Gospel Forward folks are in our group. You know, maybe we can have some chats within our group, and, you know, sometimes there may be some opportunities for us to have a meal together. Some of us go here and there during the week. That would be fabulous. Well, I know he's going to, this may sound a little giving it to him, but in his sovereignty, I'm pretty sure he's going to lead me to JT Hannah's, and he's going to lead me to the Pottery House Grill at Old Mill, and he's going to, I kind of know some directions he's probably going to lead me. But anyway, so the next thing that I wanted to ask is one thing that I love about, and it's been this way for years, there was a previous generation of young folks, and that kind of includes like Matthew and Carrie Gooch, Eli Fortner, and names are escaping me.
Jared.
Who?
Jared Stuffle. He was
all that age group kind of grew up in the music together and like ran around. And now we have a younger generation that's kind of doing that same thing of artists and fans and those like y'all connected. So I know that that family seems tight. I watch you guys and I just see the interaction. So maybe talk a little bit about what it means to y'all to be part of what I call the Southern Gospel family and that network of the young artists and the young fans that y'all are tight with.
I feel like for us, and I'm sure a lot of artists could attest to this, one of the greatest things is having people to lean on and people that are lifting you up. If you're traveling all the time, you're out ministering to people, you need somebody to lift you up. So having people like that, and a lot of times we're all gone on Sundays. We don't have a church family to go back to, even though we all have home churches. We're just not there as often as we like. So when we can't be home with our church family, it's great to have a Southern Gospel family to lift you up while you're gone. That's probably the biggest thing, is being able to have those types of relationships.
And also just them treating you like regular people. I mean, we all put our pants on one leg at a time, just like everybody else. We are regular people. The artists are regular people. And like a big thing is like the Hayes kids. And I know they've been on here a couple times. They are such great friends, and we can just pick up a conversation right where we left off, talk about whatever. It doesn't have to be music stuff. It could be whatever whatever's going on at the time. And I know some people, like some of the older folks, no one in particular, but they have like their warm-up regimen, or they need to like go on the bus and be alone for a little bit. And the Hayes kids have always been so nice to just talk to us and treat us like regular people. So that's something I've always enjoyed.
Yeah. One thing that I really love about your age group, and you mentioned the Hayes, and I was thinking we had them in our area, and I was blessed to be able to have lunch with Mylon and Wendy and the young folks. And one thing about you guys is the genuineness that I find in the young artist and the young people in Southern gospel, that it's not only, on stage, it's not only just singing the songs, it's the depth. I find a lot of depth in spirituality and spiritual maturity. Hey, it's been amazing on this show when we've had people like, I remember Jaylee, she blew us away. Jaylee Vanderslice, she was, I think, 15 when we had her on, and others, and just the spiritual depth that is. And I appreciate about you guys. I appreciate the fact that y'all live, what you sing. And that's a blessing to me as an older person to see. All right. Now I was being all serious, and up in one corner of the camera, there was like a bunch of like stuff going on. What's happening up there?
She had a jalapeno incident.
No, I did not.
She's had a bad cough for like a couple weeks because she had to talk a lot for her job. As you can hear in her there, she's currently fighting one of her toughest battles. So,
well, don't. Well,
I just heard a thud, so I'm going to mute the mic and y'all go ahead.
Okay, yeah, we'll let her get a hold of that. We are so sorry. We'll pray for that to calm down. Goodness gracious. I tell you, y'all, church service Sunday was something else with technology and everything, and our worship of music. Basically said it seems like the evil one was trying to mess with us. And I feel like with our forward crew that the evil one's trying to mess with us, from our links going down to schedules being backwards and all that kind of good stuff. But you know what? He just ain't going to win. That's all there is to it. So y'all pray for Avery, and goodness gracious. I know that hurts when you get choked up like that. So I thought it was funny, but it ain't funny. You're sitting there laughing, and I'm all hurting for her now that she was sitting there, and
I'm only laughing because she like hit me in the leg and then ran off, and I was like, what's going on?
But I'm gonna tell you could help her out if you would hide her ladder. That would help a whole lot. Help her do a lot better on that. But anyway, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
2 weeks ago, I really did sound like I smoked like 12 packs for 70 years. I mean, it was bad.
Meet me in the bus lot at NQC. We'll see what we can do.
There we go. All right, let's rescue this. We got to get back to some good old questions, okay? So, Riley, I tell you what, let's go another round of questions, and then we'll hit our comments. We got several comments lined up. So go, Riley.
So what is a favorite song that you've been listening to on repeat lately?
John Saw from Jeff and Sherry Easter. That one keeps coming up on my playlist, and I really like it. It's so upbeat and fun. Melodies are great.
Okay. Mansions by Sound Street. That song has been such a blessing, honestly. Like, I know it's up tempo and it's fun, but the message is really there. I mean, I just love that song. It is on repeat. I'm singing it all day long. I will never get enough of that song.
I'd probably say He Made a Way. Inspirations. It's just I like the harmony on that song. So,
yep,
it's a classic.
It is.
It is. Good question, Sir Evan. You're up.
So y'all live in the Branson metro. I guess I could say that kindly, as y'all have basically been raised at Silver Dollar City. Apart from Silver Dollar City, of course, everyone's going to Pigeon Forge next week. So what is some of your favorite things to do in the Branson area?
Sight and Sound Theater.
Yes.
And that's a good one. We saw Esther last year. We'll probably go see The Miracle of Christmas this year.
I really like Whitewater. It's that water park that's also owned by Silver Dollar City. So,
there's also great food where Baptists would like to eat.
There's an Italian restaurant out there, and they have like softball-sized meatballs, and I can't think of what it's called. It's like Francesca's, something like that. It is amazing out there.
But there's a lot of good places up there. Oh, the Presleys is really good too. They're a variety show, music, comedy, and such.
Performed
Those
there.
are some we like to do.
That's apart from the fact I have performed there before. That's pretty cool.
Ooh,
Sweet.
Yes.
I've never seen Elvis at the Presleys, but if you say so.
I'll send videos. I'll send proof tonight. I'll send proof.
So, sorry for like halfway dying there for a minute, guys. I apologize. I'm totally like that threw me off. So you guys sing, with Farm Road. Oh my gosh. Farm Road. Farm Road 1100. Tonight is not my episode. One of my favorite questions to ask everybody is if there is a group that is no longer on the road, retired, former, whatever, who would it be and why? That you would want to sing with. Sorry, I didn't.
Okay, I'm probably stealing somebody else's answer, but I'm going to say the McCameys. They were just fantastic. I got the privilege. All three of us were at their final concert. We took a busload of blue hairs out there. Boy, was that a task, but we did get to see their final live concert. And, it's sad that, Peg's gone now and they're no longer traveling. But we do have McCamey legacy to carry on some of those old songs, which is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Isaacs. They're some of the most talented musicians and singers out there. They could probably outplay anybody else out there, and I think they're fantastic.
They're awesome.
I'd probably also say the Isaacs. Like, it's the music for me. Like, they play everything live, and I just love that. So.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't the question someone who's not on the road anymore?
He's not on the road. Shoot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We were gonna be nice.
You're fired.
Yes.
Well, then I'd go with Macy. Yes, the McCameys are great.
Oh goodness, this has been an awesome night. So this is like a great opener.
Yeah.
We're just out here ruining the show. So
No, you're not. Oh, it's good. I think we've got a couple of gas leaks in some of our rooms. That's all. We're all right. We're good. We're hanging in there.
I think it's too much cough medicine for me.
Yeah.
I just think Andy and Allie are preying on the downfall of the Isaacs. I hope that's not what you were going for.
No.
Goodness gracious. I'll answer for Allie. She loves the primitives.
Yes.
There we go. There you go.
Reverend Swain, can you pull us out of this?
I didn't know that I got ordained, but we'll see. So we've asked about your favorite venues. We've asked about your first concert memory. What are some of your favorite concert memories? Because I'm sure you've got a lot to pull from after all these years of going to different events. So what are some of your favorite concert memories?
I'd probably say my favorite of recent times was the first year that we started going back to NQC after COVID, with 2021. So, like, just, getting back together with everything, starting to get back in the flow of things. I just liked seeing everybody come back together. So,
That's an awesome answer.
All right, mine's a funny one, but I don't even know how long ago. I probably wasn't older than 5, maybe younger than that. But I remember it happening at the Brumley Sing in Lebanon, Missouri. Dad was the MC, and the Booth Brothers were singing, and they were singing something big, like "Still Feeling Fine" or whatever. And he comes on stage, and he's all loud, and he's happy, and he's saying they're going to be with us tomorrow, and he's just talking about all other things. And the sound guys are moving stuff around, and all of a sudden, the loudest feedback ever. It was like a dog whistle. It was awful, ear piercing. And Dad just started. He rolled his head back, and he flopped down on the ground, flat on his back. And Michael Booth came up there, and he's giving him CPR and everything. And he got up, and they pulled the piano bench over, and of course, it's all a farce, but the crowd thinks it's absolutely real. And he sits down, and took a blast to the ticker like that. And the whole crowd erupted, and then all of these little old ladies started coming to the table and asking Mom, has Duane been having heart problems?
Going on with Jesus.
He's done that since then, but that was the funniest thing ever. It was just a huge crowd. It just erupted.
There's so many to choose from. We've been doing this for so long. Oh my
If
goodness.
you can't think of an answer, just say so.
Now, I think mine's also, it's not overly spiritual, but it's very funny. We were at the Memphis Quartet show several years ago. I believe I was about 11 years old. And Mark Trammell was on the stage, and their big song at the time was Go Ask Moses. And the three of us loved that
It's
song.
my
It
favorite
was
song ever.
It
I
is
love
still a favorite song. It was bopping back then. That is a good song. And he's trying to tell the crowd, he's like, well, the Garren kids just love this song, and I wanted to sing it for them, but I don't see them anywhere. And one of the guys leans into the mic and says, they're outside on a smoke break. And the whole crowd stop there because we go out to the table, and me and Trevor were joking about it, and I said, well, tell them next time that I don't smoke, I'm a vapor. And he goes, you really vape? And I said, no, I'm 11 years old. It's a joke.
That's pretty good.
That is good.
I
And
one of my favorite memories of your dad, and I think it was in QC, was when him and Josh Franks, they were having some kind of like technical difficulties, and so they just got to goofing. It's been in the last couple of years, and Josh took his belt and started jump roping, and I couldn't breathe laughing.
That is another one. Last year at NQC, on our dad's second night to MC, it was Wednesday night. Triumphant was supposed to sing next, and he's up there trying to introduce them, and their track won't fire, and they're waiting for it to fire to come out on stage, and the monitor, I'm watching it, and whoever was in the back was typing, the track won't fire. Linda Randall is on her way. The Chitons are coming. Stall, stall, stall. And he's like on the stage. And so he had to stall for like 10 minutes straight. And the band came out and they ended up doing some congregational songs. It all worked out in the end. But watching the monitor live and in person while they were typing like, keep it going, keep stalling, keep stalling. I was rolling on the floor in laughter that whole night after that.
Your dad is the king of just keeping something go. It doesn't care if he doesn't care if the venue's on fire. He's still going to make sure everyone in that auditorium is having the time of their life, and no one knows what's going on. And someone who has emceed before, I just right there, because emceeing doesn't look hard until you do it.
yeah, absolutely. And the best ones don't let the crowd know all that chaos that's going on, and don't call anybody out. Just like what you just said, Macy, that was showing on the screen and what was going on back there, and the sound folks go, freaking and trying to get that fixed. But him just kind of smooth. Let's just roll right on. That's the secret of success for an MC. So, yep, good stuff. We've got a lot more of hellos and howdies and a question here. Can we get to that? Let's do that right now, Jason. If you don't, yeah, Mary Beth Gosa Parker from Savannah. Yeah, we got, okay, Caitlin. Now, look, they have got a CD that's coming out, and I'm looking forward to that. The Grindstaff family gave me a copy of theirs last year, and I really enjoyed. They're a sweet family, and Pop has had some issues and some health issues. I'd love for the Southern Gospel Forward family to remember them in your prayers, if you will. Think a lot of them for sure. Crystal Mackey, hello from Missouri. Well, hello. Earl Jordan, he loves Andy, Allie, and Macy. They are awesome kids. Brian Bilby, can't wait to see y'all next week. Can't wait to see you too, brother. Ruby Johnson, hello. We are glad to be back, Miss Ruby. Thank you for seeing us again. Sydney Hackey, this was funny. This one confused me, but she gets on in an earlier comment and said that she hated to miss or something like that. And I'm like, what? Yeah, missed the whole episode. I'm upset. I'll definitely be here next week. And I'm like, What? And that might
Luckily,
have been
she's on Easter
confusion.
time. She good.
That's
Yeah,
all,
and-
folks. No kidding.
Yeah, and it might have been confusion too over the links where I had y'all. But what happened? An hour and 15 minutes is I got to looking, and our entire Facebook feed was like lost. So we were not going to be able to successfully broadcast on Facebook. So I had to recreate this whole shebang, and that's why we had different events. So hope that didn't cause any confusion. Thank you all for hanging with us. Megan Edgeworth, what's your favorite song to sing as your group? So y'all want to answer that right quick before we go to another one?
When Jesus passes by.
Yeah, that's. I think we kind of went through those a little bit a while ago, but that's okay. Yeah. That's okay. She may have missed those. All right, what we got? Wayne and Lisa, thank you for watching us from South Carolina. And Rachel, her signature question for our show: favorite scripture verse and hymn for each of you, and why?
My favorite scripture is Numbers 24 through 26. The Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord maketh his face to shine upon thee. The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee and be gracious unto thee and give thee peace. Our old pastor used to say that at the end of every sermon, so it's become a favorite. My favorite hymn is Cleanse Me.
Yeah,
good.
I'd probably have to say the same verse-wise for Allie. It means a lot to me. You know, our old pastor and such, like, just the memories.
Yeah.
And favorite hymn probably be Heaven's Jubilee, if y'all know that one. I don't know. I just like it. Our old song leader used to sing that one a lot. That was a favorite one of his. So.
Okay, so as some people might know on here, I went on a month-long mission trip this June, and while I was there, my roommate actually told me, "Have you read Jesus's phone number in the Bible?" And I said, "No, what is that?" And she flips open to Jeremiah 33:3, and it says, "Call unto me, and I will answer you and show you great and wondrous things which you do not know." And that one's kind of stuck with me this whole summer. I believe a favorite hymn. There are so many good hymns. I really like Down on My Knees. I've loved that one since I was a little girl. That's a good staple song.
Good. Love it, y'all. Thank y'all. Ken Cook, one of my mentors, Brother Ken, watching from the Steens area in Mississippi. Champions are checking in.
I can't wait to see some of them next week.
And I was consulting with him a little earlier about what in the world to do about this whole live stream Facebook thing. I appreciate him for being on call. Noah Moat, hey, how are you, brother? Good to see you. Hannah Bradford, I am your mint buddy. I love mint chocolate chip. I love mint cookies. I like the Andes mints. I love anything that has got mint and chocolate together. Miss Janice, Mrs. Pepal makes a fantabulous chocolate chip mint Oreo pie.
That sounds so good.
Oh my goodness gracious! I have never eaten toothpaste though, Hannah. You're on your own on that, okay?
Well,
It does taste like toothpaste.
No,
Yes, it does.
Boo.
Dill pickle sunflower seeds are stupendous.
When you
All right,
showed
Papa
him,
Brad.
I thought, great. Now our dad's gonna go buy a bag and eat all of it tonight. I just love that.
Janet Baker says hello to y'all from Janet in Carthage, Missouri. Mary Beth Gosa Parker, Holston's, yes, Janice and me and Garrett went with Arthur and Tammy Rice to Holston's last year, and that place was pretty solid, which that's the same restaurant family as JT Hannah's and a few other places in the Smokies, but Holston's is count. JT Hannah's is the bomb. Hannah Bradford and I are on the same wavelength with mint chocolate and JT Hannah's.
Hey.
Miss Eunice, good to see you. Thank you for joining us from Michigan. Mark is, yes, hard to beat Pottery House Grill. We always went to the Old Mill, which is really Southern comfort food, your meatloaf, your chicken, your all that kind of stuff with all those sides and desserts. And Scotty Inman is who recommended the Pottery House Grill to me. And, that's back when he lived in the Sevierville area. And if the locals go, then that's where you need to go. And we went there, and we go there at least once every time we go to the mountains. It is fantabulous. Jay Quisnan says, give Aaron one of those jalapenos. Yeah, you got to practice. You got to practice. But don't live. But we can't live stream it if he has a jalapeno. No, I'm sorry, that's the inside joke. Anyway, sorry. I heard today that we might need to not live stream during the hot challenge. I don't know if anybody else heard that.
However, it may be featured in Southern Gospel Forward on the Road, the movie.
Replayed, yes, not live stream because we do not want to go to jail. But yes,
movie.
Replay. I do not look good in stripes, so I do not want to get thrown out of the LeConte Center. So anyway, moving right along, the Gospel Messenger says 9 states representing. I like the Gospel Messenger. He counts our reach. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Sydney Hackney, currently wearing Southern Gospel Forward t-shirt while watching Southern Gospel Forward. Family, thank you for helping. Oh, goodness, for strengthening my faith in him. That is special. Thank you so much, Sydney. I hope that when people watch us yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I just saw an inside message. I got to let that go. But yes, we have a lot of fun. We laugh, we cut up. It's joy in the Lord. I feel like I can say everybody that's on this panel has a relationship with the Lord. And I feel strongly if there is any place that we ought to show that joy and happiness and laughter is when we get together with other believers. And I just love that. And that's what we're going to do. And I do hope that light shines from this group to encourage others in your faith, because we love the Lord. Zach Stanley, Riley trying to get the funeral business to boom, but Avery, come on now. No, we do not want anything happening to Avery. We love Avery. She's no. Yeah, Neil, we are like breaking news that season 2. Isaac's retired. No, the Isaacs are not retiring.
And I just saw them on a Gaither video in those pictures of everybody's posting. Yeah, I thought
y'all. Let's say this, and I know, and I, sometimes I like sarcasm and I like humor, but sometimes sarcasm and stuff can be so jerkish. And I mean, I see already the comments that people on the social media saying, does anybody know if there's a Gaither event going on? Man, I'm so tickled to see all the joy and the happiness that's going on because of bringing all these groups together. Mm-hmm. There is something special going on over these 2 days in Nashville, Tennessee, that the Lord is going to bless, and y'all just get your britches ready to go get you a copy, because it is going to be fantastic. And I just cannot wait to see this. But the Isaacs were present. We can attest they were at the Gaither taping. They have not retired. What else we got? Cheryl Crock is watching with me.
Hi.
Where's she at?
Yeah, I was looking for her, but anyway, all right, good to have you. Thank you for watching. Hey, Elisha.
We repping. We rep it.
Sorry,
Brent Bigby from Brandon, Mississippi. He's late, but his son had a football game. I hope he won, Brent. We look forward to seeing you at NQC. Yep, and that's all we got at this point in time. Thank you all for your comments. Remember, share. If you haven't shared yet, share. If you've already shared, share again.
Go do it right now.
Go do it. Like our SBM Studios page. It's so hard sometimes. And you can go, by the way, to southerngospelforward.com, and you can see and connect with so many different things with us. That site's going to take you directly to a page. But Facebook, SBM Studios, and the SBM Studios YouTube channel is where you find Southern Gospel Forward, because Forward is a production of SBM Studios. That's kind of how all this thing got started, from the SBM Studios podcast that was already in place. So it can be a little confusing, but when you already have a presence and you already have like domains bought and all these things, it's kind of hard just to switch and just go one brand. So but y'all look us up, SBM Studios on YouTube. Subscribe to that thing. Let's do a reminder at this point too, in case somebody's kind of catching halfway through this. If you're going to NQC and you're part of the Southern Gospel Forward family of all Southern Gospel artists and fans 35-ish and below, there are going to be a couple of events going on during NQC week, including kickoff NQC week with Southern Gospel Forward at Andy's Frozen Custard. If Gerald shows up, he's buying. At the Sevierville location, Monday, September 23rd at 3 p.m.
Amen.
If Gerald doesn't show up, Jared Vanderslice is buying. But anyway, so somebody's buying. No. It's bring your own or buy your own custard. BYOC, buy your own custard.
Yeah.
And then on Wednesday, September 25th, 4:30 p.m., we're going to celebrate with cake, y'all. Cake.
Carbs, calories,
Carbs. Yes, Southern Gospel
Hallelujah.
Forge will celebrate 1 year. Y'all be with us at booth 604 in the ballroom. All right. Very good. Have we wore you out yet, my Garren friends?
They're ready for more.
Let's change orders here.
Oh.
Yeah, let's do this. So now we turn the tables. And it's time for Andy and Allie and Macy to get really deep and dive deep into the psyche that is Scott, that is Riley, that is Evan and Avery
You
and
ain't digging
Aaron.
deep here.
And they can ask us any question that they would like to ask us. So the ball is in your court. You are the host. Fire away.
Well, I'd just like to say thank you for coming here. We're glad to have you guys. I'm excited to do. Okay, we'll start out with an easy question. Why did you guys start Southern Gospel Forge?
Who wants to go first?
We was bored and wanted to.
No.
I'm kidding.
Every time I answer this and I go back and I watch it, I talk too much. So let me try to give the Reader's Digest version. I have had Southern SBM Studios for a while. It's part of my family ministry. I am a lifelong, I was a youth pastor for years, pastor in churches, volunteered in public schools for ages, done a lot of stuff with young folks. Working with young folks has been my life. I felt the nudge to move in a direction. I had the podcast, it kind of dropped for a while to pick it back up, but maybe with a youth focus. And started out with talking with Avery and Evan, see what they thought about it, see if they'd be interested. They did not tell me no. And then we got kicked off and we added Riley. I talked to him. I'd seen him at a lot of concerts. He's hard to miss. And and we talked and thought it would work. And so that's the way it started. Me, Riley, Evan, and Avery. And our hearts was this. We believe in young folks. Well, they are young folks. I'm not. But we love to see the growth of Southern Gospel fans. We're seeing a lot more. Every time I go to a concert, I see more young people there. I just do. It seems more and more young people. We wanted to provide a way to try to link up young artists and young fans, and that's what we're doing with this. Aaron jumped in as a guest and then a guest co-host, and then we just said, look, just stay with us, please. And he said yes. So we are so tickled to have him. He brings so much depth to the show. We have Jason, the producer, but as the team, our goal and our focus is to obviously shine the light for the Lord, but also promote Southern Gospel to young fans and to shine a light on our young artists and people like y'all. So how did I do?
Pretty good.
That's pretty good.
All right.
All right.
Next question.
I want to know from each of you individually. You wake up on a beautiful day and you could drive or go anywhere in the world and hear anybody you want to. Where are you going and what group are you going to hear?
Ooh.
Dude, that's really hard.
See, a lot of times I will just get in the car and go if it's within reason.
Dead or alive?
Alive. Come on.
If you're dead, you
Well,
can't
who's
drive.
just asking a time machine?
You gonna go to the cemetery?
Anyway.
Well, I had a cool answer with those limitations. I'm going to Farm Road 1100. Let's see, Farm Road 1100. And then I'll stop by like Andy's and Branson on the way back.
Hey, Riley,
Yes.
where are you driving to go see the Inspirations?
Wow. It's so very obvious. Where's my favorite place I've heard them at? I guess if I wanted to stay close to home, I'd say Chattanooga. But
There you go.
I really liked Aniata when
Oh,
both times I've been
That one
there.
is so
That's been
I was just in
excellent.
Aniana an hour ago. That's
Mhm.
That's
funny.
a great church. Yes, that was a great
It is.
place. It is. Yep. Who else?
I'm going to cheat because I've never been to it, and it's bucket list, but I'm going to drive up to Branson to go to Silver Dollar City during Southern Gospel Picnic, and I'm going to hang out at that whole event because I have never been.
I'd love to go to that.
I would second that, but I also have always wanted to do Singing in the Sun in Myrtle Beach. But it never works out in my schedule to go because I like South Carolina and I like Myrtle Beach, so that would be like perfect.
It's worth it.
I also would have said Waimama in Bill Bailey's Winter Convention, but I got to go this year and it exceeded my expectations. It was.
I'm going to go way outside the box. I'm going to see the Hymn Sing tour at the Red Rocks venue.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
See, now that's out there, but think about that. A Red Rocks venue. You don't know what that is. Look it up.
Yes.
Hymn Sing at Red Rocks. Outside the box. I win.
I also want to go on the cruise so bad. It's not funny.
I don't float and I don't fly, so I can't do a cruise. So
I'm going back, so I'm ready.
Take me with you as a stowaway, Riley, please.
Any
I will
others?
get a very large suitcase. That's what I'll do.
Macy, you
Can I
got a
also
question?
say-
Okay,
I
I
would also-
was thinking about it. I got a good hypothetical question. Now, if you could take any concert, like your favorite concert, it could be in QC in its entirety of the week, and you go for free, you just you appear there. You don't have to drive or fly or nothing, but it has to be an outdoor version in like the hottest day of the year with the highest humidity.
Ooh.
Wow.
What was the question?
Yeah, I'm confused. Say that again. I took a.
Okay.
You can
That
go
you
to
want
any concert that you want for free, but it has to be outside and it's like really, really hot outside.
The hottest day, highest humidity.
I have an
Singing in
answer.
the Smokies with the Inspirations, Troy Burns family, the Primitives. Who else was there that first night? It was a great concert, spectacular. But Fat Boy was sweating a little bit more than he should have.
So you won't pay, but you will suffer. Is that what the arrangement is
I've
here?
already done this in real life, so no. If I was gonna pick an event that's not outside already, I would go Great Smokies Praise Fest in the fall when it's actually cooler. But you said hotter, so that doesn't work either, man. But I would still choose Great Smokies Praise Fest, so because I love that event. And Gerald Wolf hates outdoor events, so there you go.
He's a smart man.
I would say the Lebanon. Well, it wasn't in Lebanon this year. It was in Farmington. That singing that your dad puts on every year, I always want to go. So I would gladly sit out on a hot day if I could just be there for free and sit out and watch that because it's always a fantastic one. I have been watching that one since 2020, and one day I'm gonna show up.
Let's do it.
My choice is another one I've never been to, and it's bucket list, but Memphis Quartet show.
Oh, I'd love to go there.
Even if it would be outside, I don't care.
Hear me out. Memphis Quartet show at the gates of Graceland.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Listen,
You gotta be
Memphis
there.
is basically already outside in the hot sun. I mean, even to walk from the hotel to the convention center, and they're like right next to each other. You're like dying of a heat stroke.
That's what I've heard.
Oh yeah.
The weather is horrible.
I guess I don't really have an answer for this because I guess I'm just the baddest fuddy-duddy of a Southern Gospel fan who loves all my artists, but I'm not going to go sit out and sweat in 100-degree weather to listen. I'm just not. I mean, I love them all, but I'm just.
Listen, I thought singing in the Smokies would be nice because you're up in the mountains. No.
No.
It was so hot.
After
Not
it
in
rained,
July.
it was all right though.
Not in
That
July.
one night. Ooh.
Good questions. Y'all did good. Didn't make us sweat too much. Haha, pun intended. But anyway, hey, let's see. Let's do one more round at this point of have we got comments ready there, buddy? Yeah,
Sound
Sound
Street.
Street is in the
Hey,
house.
here's the guy who's gonna win in the hot food challenge.
I still have my money on Lauren Talley because
Me
women
too.
can
Yeah.
take a lot more pain. But there again, Aaron did remind me of his ruptured appendix. So we'll see.
Going home with Jesus.
If Jared is not there, Evan is buying. Evan, you better get a job, son. That
Shoot, man, I ain't even paying for my stay at the hotel
I was
much.
gonna say I'm already pocketing most of his expense, so you might not get Andy's.
Daniel Garrett, I'm sorry, buddy. You won't get together. So sorry. Look, there's just zero way that we could hit everybody, and we hate it, but it just is what it is. And we're sorry, buddy. But please come by and see us at the table. Please, 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 please. Hey, David Bruce Murray, we appreciate him for joining us.
I have a book. I got his book in the mail the other day.
Awesome. Jared Vanderslice says, "Hey, Garren." Andrew Potts is sorry he's late, but I'm glad he's back with us, and I thank him for his support.
Yes.
Absolutely. John Kip, hey.
Hey.
Nobody ever tells me hey. They always say, "Hey, Riley," or "Hey, Aaron," or "Hey, Avery," and Evan,
I'm not
or
coming
"Hey,
to the
Garren."
James Devon Festival this year now.
I had somebody finally tell me hi. Hi, John. Good to
Sad.
see you.
I'm gonna go cry a river.
I'm not coming now.
All right, y'all. You got another round. How we doing? Y'all got just a few more minutes with us?
Yeah.
Perfect. So, Riley, you got you another question in your pocket?
Well, this is going to be a very controversial question.
Oh no.
Who is your favorite NQC MC?
Oh,
Hard question.
do I say Bill? Gosh. I'll go Duane Garren. Safe bet.
Good pick.
That
I'll
is
say
a really good pick.
I feel like I have to pick Bill, but I'm not gonna. Obviously.
I missed Allie's answer. What was Allie's answer?
I said Josh. We'll just leave Bill.
Okay. All right. Good stuff.
Your turn.
My turn. Well, that was my question. Oh, well. All right, y'all give me a Avery. Tell your question because I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna ask another question. So I asked people what you sing, but do you have any hidden talents or hobbies? I know Allie, you do some glass blowing. I would love to hear more about that and how you got into that. But do the other two have like some hidden hobbies or talents?
Macy, you good.
Okay, well, this is kind of a joint thing with Allie, but way back when in 2020, me and her won first and second place respectfully in a eating contest. Does anybody know what eating is?
It's from,
No.
from Yodeling's ugly cousin.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere on Facebook, there's a video of me like holding a shovel, and I'm eating. And it's if I could go back and do it again, I probably wouldn't have done it.
It's like that thing on Hee Haw where he's like, is that what I'm saying? Okay, I know what you're talking. See, y'all are just uncultured.
We should have Evan demonstrate how to do it for real. No I'm kidding.
Yes.
I'll make a video tonight and post it.
You're not talented?
No, I guess I'm not talented. I can't think of anything.
Yeah, so most people know if you follow me on social media, I do glass blowing. I've been able to do that for the last year in Tulsa, Oklahoma at the Tulsa Glass Blowing School. I've wanted to do that since I was 8 years old, had my mindset on being a glass blower. And opportunities, paths I've been able to go down, I am looking forward to in the very, very near future being able to start my professional career in that. So I'm going to leave the concert area for a little while to start my full time at that. But yeah, as soon as I graduate high school, for sure, I will be full time in that. But it's looking towards very soon I can start that path. So
That's awesome. You got to bring all your creations like to NQC and stuff in these big events. That would be. I would buy it. Like you post stuff. I'm like, man, that is so pretty. I'd love to buy stuff.
any hobbies, Andy?
Hobbies?
What do you like
Yeah.
to do?
I like
Bird
to
watching.
play music, but that's to be expected.
Yeah,
So.
you wouldn't believe it, but if you were at our house at any given point during the day, you would hear from Andy's bedroom, bum, 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 bum. And it's bass all day long. He plays bass while he does school. He plays bass when he's doing nothing. He watches movies and plays the score to the movie all day long. He's practicing bass.
Evan and Andy need to get together because that is all I ever lived with.
That makes me so happy that I'm not the only one who plays movie scores. All right, I have my question.
Yes.
So your dad is responsible for putting together concerts a lot. You know, that's kind of his job. So collectively or individually, depending on how much time y'all have, what would be your ideal concert?
A one-nighter or multiple days?
One night only.
How many
multiple
groups?
groups.
Or is it one group? Is
We'll
it
do
multiple?
4 groups in a
Four
venue
groups, okay.
The Isaacs have to be there.
before they retire.
Before they retire.
Who else? Mark Trammell, definitely.
Yeah.
Who else?
Jerry Goff. No kidding.
I like. Let's admire Hayes
The
family.
Hayes
I
family.
like them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think we got to put that. What's that new group that started on the cruise last year? The Out of Nowhere Quartet.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
On that concert.
I will show up for that. Let's do it.
Sounds like a good concert. I like it.
And we'll have Luke play for us because he's awesome. I love Luke.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mr. Swain.
Is it my turn? All right. So, kind of building off of that, I like to ask this of our guests just because I like hearing the variety of answers. But put together your ideal quartet, and if you want to have a band along with it, then put a band together as well.
Okay. I want to think. I want Mark Trammell for baritone and bass. I want Luke Vaught for pianos.
Yeah.
And then I want. I'm trying to think. Who else do I want? Think. For a tenor, I'm gonna go Isaac Moore. And then let's see. I need a bass singer. Will Lane. I think he's an underrated bass. So
So
Absolutely.
underrated.
You also need a lead.
lead, yeah, lead. Let me think of lead. Goodness. Think who sings lead? Rodney. That sounds good.
I like it.
There you go.
I'm gonna go.
I've got mine planned out. I would have Keith Plott, who used to sing with the Lefevres. I've always loved him on the records that we have of them. And then Mark Trammell for baritone and playing bass. Rodney for lead. And then tenor, I'd probably have Chris Allman. Luke playing piano and Mike Riddle playing the rhythm guitar.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
best guitarist, man. His licks are so hard.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna put Chris Allman on the tenor, and I'm gonna have. Oh, I was just thinking of it. What's his name? Roland.
Yeah.
Sing.
Yeah.
I love his lead singing.
Everybody they go for the tenor and the bass singing, and they completely forget about lead and baritone. And I'm
Yes, they
singing.
do.
Yes.
Aaron felt passionate about that one.
Hallelujah. No. Preach.
And then I'm gonna take. Oh, who do I have left? Mark Trammell for baritone, and Pat Barker for the bass.
There you go.
I like it.
Second baritone. No.
I just said Avery. He's a bass singer.
No. I switched that. We're gonna put Pat Barker on the baritone, and let's put Brady Jones on bass.
Oh yeah.
There you
There
go.
you go.
I like it.
Let Pat see this.
They're all out to eat in Nashville tonight. They're not going to see it
Yeah,
unless it's on
probably.
playback. So, yeah. All right, so we are getting to a point where we will start thinking about bringing the horses into the corral. I do have this curiosity. Just this is NQC week, and I meant to really ask a whole lot more, which we had a lot of NQC questions and subject matter, so that's good. But so NQC at the LeConte Center has a food court that if you don't get to get out, you can go to the food court. Y'all have anything any favorite things in the food court that are in the snacks in the LeConte Center that you would suggest to the fans that's going to be going this next week?
Paula Dean's,
There you go.
pork chop dinner, peach tea.
Oh,
Yeah.
The Starbucks. Coffee's the only way we all get through NQC week anyways, so.
Accurate.
I'm too young for coffee, so I have to do Diet Mountain Dew. But yeah.
Not diet, but Mountain Dew is great.
Yeah. I just was curious. I don't know. Like last year, I got a turkey sandwich and a bag of chips and a cookie and a drink, and I think it was $55.60. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't that bad, but I think I'm going to stick with the Paula Dean's and some of the other stuff because for the bang for the buck, you can't beat that. I would love to see Paula this year bring back the roast beef as a choice. I liked it when they had the roast beef with the green beans and mashed potatoes. But I will say this, LeConte Center has they do have a good variety of items in there. They got is it a Cinnabon or what's the cinnamon? There's cinnamon rolls.
Cinnabon.
There's ice cream.
Real gem, though, if you want a good cinnamon roll, it's across the street from the LeConte Center at Cinnaholic.
Yes.
That is heaven on earth. And if you ain't never treated yourself,
it is. Very, very good. What we ought to have done with the frenzy and craze within a lot of the circles of Southern gospel music over our producer Jason's wife's cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
We ought to have got her to make about 25 pans and took that to the SGF table, and we could have made some cat with that. Except we're not supposed to sell food, so that would be frowned upon. But now
I want to try. I still need to try those.
They're fine.
So
they're fine. Yeah, they're fine. Absolutely. Speaking of producer Jason, could I take a pause just a moment and have you got your hair fixed, son? Get on in here.
After our text last
wait
night.
while I check my reflection. No.
We like to let Brother Jason. He is a awesome dude that helps me out in about any way I ever ask. He and Dawson run the board in there and help us out. They're going to be at our table. They're going to be around at SGF, so come see them. But do you have a question in your pocket you'd like to ask these fine young folks?
Well, I did, and Miss Avery stole it.
Oh well. Okay.
No, I was going to ask.
Womp womp.
I was going to ask the question in a little bit different form, but I did come up with something else. But first, before I ask that, appreciate you guys being on tonight. I've never met you in person, but hope to get to meet you at NQC. And just want to say thank you, Jared. I appreciate that, buddy. I'll pay you for that at NQC. How about that? Thank you guys for what
He's
you do.
getting all the love
really
right now.
appreciate it.
He's so deserving.
Hey, I'm getting all the love. Can we just stay on right now?
Yeah.
It's your show. We'll leave. Y'all turn the light off when you get done.
All right. So here's my question. You guys are on the road quite a bit, and you have some downtime, I'm sure, from venue to venue. And so is there a certain place that you guys look for during your downtime to say, hey, we want to go here or there? Do you have certain places that you look for?
Going to our home church. That's probably the thing we look forward to the most.
That's awesome.
Because we are homeschooled, and that has been fantastic. But we don't have friends at school like everyone else does, so our friends come from church, and that's friends of all ages, the old and the young. So when we're gone, that's probably what we miss the most, and being able to come home to church. We've been at church the last 2 weeks because we happen to be able to be home on Sundays, and that's probably the most refreshing thing. The biggest thing we look forward to doing when we have time off is going to church.
That's awesome. That's
a
awesome.
beautiful answer, Allie. I was going to say Walmart. Listen, the Walmart clearance aisle is when I'm not at a concert and I'm not doing my schoolwork, you will find me in the Walmart clearance aisle. I am all about the deals. Walmart in these
That's
places.
That's
stuff.
just about what you can do in Monette, Missouri. There's not a whole lot. So
Well, there's not a whole lot to do in Kennedy, Alabama either, so we feel your pain.
I don't even think Kennedy has a Walmart.
I know we've said it a lot tonight, but we will go to Branson quite often. We went to Branson last weekend. We go to Silver Dollar City just to enjoy. And here in a few weeks, when they open for Christmas, we'll be down there as often as we can, taking in all the pretty lights and such.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. There's nothing like Christmas time in places like Branson and Pigeon Forge, and when they get all lit up and love it, love it, love it. Well, yeah. Okay. Good deal. Thank you, buddy. I will let you.
Get back to my duties.
Yeah. See ya.
Somebody got jealous.
I got jealous. We've got breaking news. Live breaking news.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
We have got kickoff NQC week at Andy's Monday at 3. We've got 4:30 cake day Wednesday at our booth. Friday, anybody watching, and we'll put post out on this. Friday, anybody watching, we're going to declare this Southern Gospel Forward Shirt Day. So those that have these, let us see them. Let us see them. If y'all want to, we'll all kind of match up and do that. And
I should have a new one by then.
yeah, we do have a limited, and I do mean limited. When I say limited, there is a limited supply that we're going to have at NQC. Why is it limited? Because our budget is very limited at Southern Gospel Forward. But also, though, if we run out, we're going to have a list to where we can order them, and we will ship you a t-shirt. Because we did that with our first order, and we love that. We will work with you on that. And one of these days, we are going to get, we're going to make the right investments, and we're going to get it where we can just merch y'all like we want to merch y'all when we come. But remember, we are a growing ministry. So that's why we thank y'all so much for your sponsorships. That means a lot to us. All right. I think we got time. If y'all want to, any last questions that y'all want to ask, our friends, they have been such wonderful guests, fun guests. I like fun.
Mhm.
I like fun.
I
think
have
I'm-
one,
Oh.
but I'm going to wait for it afterwards because it's not really Southern Gospel related. It's more Branson related, but I'll save it till afterwards.
Well, that's a tease. Okay.
I'll ask one more.
Yeah, go for it.
So there's a lot of good showcases next week. If y'all aren't going to be there, y'all need to be there at NQC, which I know y'all are going to be, but I'm talking to everybody else. But anyways, so what showcase are y'all looking forward to most next week?
Good question.
Ooh.
Mark Trammell's Quartet Man Showcase.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm right there with you.
I was talking with Aaron. I think it was Aaron. I know we talked about it. There, the afternoon special presentations this year are just jammed.
Stag. Yeah.
Mhm.
When you think about the 50-year celebration of Mark Trammell Quartet Man, you think about the 25-year celebration of Legacy 5. You think an afternoon with the Collingsworth family, and y'all, I went to see their classics and hymns presentation that they're going to be bringing to NQC. Oh my goodness, it's phenomenal. I mean, it is just amazing. You got Song of a Lifetime, and y'all think about some of the standards that Kirk Talley has written. Step Into the Water, No Other Word for Grace But Amazing. Anyway, keeping on rolling through all of that. The SGMA inductions and concert. I'm running at the Gaithers. We're going to close out the week with a Gaither presentation on Saturday. Y'all look at these things. I know sometimes afternoon can be a skip time. I just don't know that there's any skip times. I think you need to be in the conference center and go see it.
Get your lunch in the food court from Paladines, and then watch the showcase.
That's right. Absolutely.
That's what I'm going to do.
Or, as I tend to do during this week, pack a lot of protein meal bars. So if I need to, I can just chew one on the road and just make up for it later. Because, anybody else? I want to do this, and I know y'all are not exactly like sometimes we have promotions and such like that, but like, okay, for your group, do y'all have a website or a Facebook page?
We have a Facebook page.
Okay, so Facebook page is just found at
Farm Road 1100.
Farm Road 1100. Y'all look that up. Look up. Okay, Farm Road 1100. Y'all look them up. Keep up with them. Follow them. I do also want to promote Brother Duane's ministry. He is such a friend to Southern Gospel. He promotes so many awesome events all over the place. Duane Garren MC is his Facebook page, I know, and I think there's a website as well. But watch for his concerts. And one thing that I love about Duane Garren is he is a friend to young people in Southern Gospel music. If you watch the concerts, if you watch him, he is going to take the time to promote and encourage the young people, young artists and young fans in Southern Gospel. There is no one that I love more than him, watching him do that. So, and we're thankful for him. And y'all just,
right after NQC, he's going to be close to our home in Colton with the Mark Trammell Quartet and the Inspirations, and it's free. So show up if you're in the Central Alabama area.
That's actually where I met Mr. Duane at. I was helping Steven with SGMA stuff, and we were walking off the stage, and it was in like a dark hallway. And then your dad was walking towards us, and I didn't see him, and me and him just ran straight into each other. It was really odd first interaction, but you'll learn with me, every first interaction is an odd interaction.
Absolutely.
On that note, well, look, guys, I hope that y'all have had as much fun. But you may not have had as much fun with us as we've had with you guys. Y'all are a blessing. I love your spirit. I love your smiles. I love your humor.
We appreciate your friendship.
Yes, and I hope that friendship keeps growing. I'm talk like this. I look forward to seeing you in person, and but just thank y'all for what you do for the Lord and the Spirit and His light that you shine. We thank you for opening us up on season 2. This was an awesome way to open up, and y'all remember to go check them out, support them. Let them know how much you appreciate them spending the time with us. Y'all, we are looking so forward to next week at the National Quartet Convention. Please come by booth 604 in the Greenbrier Ballroom and see us. Of course, we'll attend a few concerts in the auditorium here or there, but we're there, and we're going to be in the booth a good bit, and we got all this stuff. Come hang out with us. We want to see you. We want to take pictures with you.
Say hi.
Say hi.
We might bite once, but nothing after that.
Come take me to lunch, even if you're a stranger.
Hey, include me there too. No.
Yeah.
And we will be videoing through the whole week. All of us will be having videos, and we might
do a how many people can Andy get to sign him segment.
Hey, you never know.
We have a counter on there.
Yeah.
This is a time where we can really feature our Southern Gospel Forward family in part of our videos and part of our content. So come see us. We may ask you questions, may let you be on video, all kind of goody stuff. So just come by and see us. And that's about all I've got, friends. Anything else? Any last words?
Bye.
Andy, Allie, and Macy, thank y'all so much for joining us. Y'all are a blessing. Y'all are a blessing. Hang out for just a second if you want to, and we'll say byes on the other side of this. But we are going to go ahead and end this. Thank y'all so much, Southern Gospel Forward family, for watching us, for sharing us, liking us. If you're coming toward Pigeon Forge, we can't wait to see you. But we'll go ahead and we're going to mount up our ponies and ride off into the sunset until the next time. Thank y'all. This on Southern Gospel Forward.
Cue the cemetery.